Hello there! I'm so happy that you're here today visiting the channel. By now, I think you've seen enough of this beautiful notebook. This was my first handcraft notebook and I simply love it. Thank you once again, Susel from Letra Azul, for this beautiful present. It is now full with wonderful memories. But as everything that's good and lovely, it has come to an end. If you like to see the video in which I test this notebook, I'm gonna leave the link right here. Luckily, I always have notebooks around. So I went back and grabbed this lovely notebook by Jumping Fox Designs, and I just decided that it was gonna be my next notebook. Remember that I also have a video on how to choose the right notebook for you. Now with the notebook selected, I'm gonna start from the beginning, the cover. For my handcraft notebook, I chose to get inspired by the lovely cover in it. It has some Japanese themes in blues and gold, so that's exactly what I used to portray my cover. And since this new notebook will continue my adventures for 2022, I wanted to continue this Japanese-inspired cover. I'm gonna have to play around with a lot of elements here. And I'm sure I'm gonna have to go through a new learning curve because the notebooks have very different sizes. But that's the fun part, adapting to a new notebook. I'm also gonna be using a lot of my new washi tapes, my paper, all of the tools I've been buying, because I want it to look its best. Even if the inspiration is the same, I decided to change the color palette. Because my first notebook was blue and this one's purple, I decided to use the colors in the cover as my color palette. And you know how much I love blue and purple. I am really loving how this cover is coming out. What do you think? Leave me a comment down below. The next layout I'm gonna prepare is of course the grid. I have a whole video on why and how I do a grid, so I'm not gonna get into a lot of detail. What I can sure tell you is that you need to stick with the layouts that are working for you. And for me, the grid is vital. The grid helps me out by telling me exactly how much space I have in my notebook so that I don't get lost. And that's why in every single notebook that I use, I continue doing the grid. Of course that if you're using the same notebook as before, like the same brand, the same size, maybe you already know the spacing of your notebook and you don't need a grid like mine. Whatever it is, remember to just use and keep using whatever collections works for you. And if you're interested in experimenting with your collections, I have a playlist with a lot of layouts that can get you inspired. Because of the very obvious size difference in my notebooks, I'll have to adapt to my new spacing. Which reminded me that I wanted to try out some sort of spacing stencil, if you may. As I was looking online for new ideas for my grid, I found this great idea by Marsha Plans to make a separate grid guide. And I just needed to try it out. And let me tell you, it was a lot of work, but I am pretty happy with the results. Now let's see how often I use it in my new notebook. I'm gonna leave the link to Marsha's blog in the description box. Now let's see what's next. The future log, of course. This is a collection where you plan your whole year at a glance. And I've been wondering if I should just plan 6 months in one notebook, because usually in the middle of the year, I'm migrating to a new notebook. Rarely it is like this time in June. Mostly it is by the end of the year, but I can never, just leave a notebook almost incomplete and use a complete new one. I just rather use whatever notebooks I have till the end. But this year I was lucky enough to have the notebook end in May, which is not the middle of the year, but close enough. Now I'm sure that in my new notebook I'll be able to finish the whole 2022. And oh my god, remember how I was telling you that I needed to adapt to the new size of my notebook? First example of how I need to do it quickly. I thought I measured the washi tape correctly and that it fit, but it didn't. Oh well, there's always plan B. After thinking about it, I decided to write the numbers. I could have just changed the disposition of the layout to horizontal, but yeah, no, I'm just gonna do it by hand. And I love this washi set by Crafty Giraffe. I've used it so much. I think I've been using it for a couple of years now, if not 3, so I highly recommend it. Remember that in all of my videos, you'll find the materials I use in the description box. And for a more convenient access, I already created an Amazon wishlist. The next layout is the one that has my positive affirmations. I try to repeat them every single day, as much as I can. Although I have to say that I have used them for quite some time, and now I'm gonna just rewrite them. But you'll see me add the title, the whole decorations, and I know this will inspire me to write even better affirmations. Do you do positive affirmations yourself? And if you don't, would you like to start? If you liked, I could make a video with my positive affirmations to share them with you. Let me know in the comments. After my positive affirmations, I have my thankfulness for 2021. Every single year, I write down everything that I'm thankful for from the previous year, which is why in my first bullet journal of the year, you'll find this layout. I'm thankful for, and then I write everything down. And the following layout will be the one that I write in my goals for the new year. Since I'm not at the beginning of the year, I won't be writing my thankfulness yet. So what I want to do now is concentrate on my accomplishments. I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes I'm just so concentrated in my goals that I don't pay attention to everything that I have accomplished. So this will help me eventually, when the new year comes, to be able to write my thankfulness more easily. And we finally reached the last layout I'm gonna be doing today, which is my wellness journey. I have a video dedicated to this layout. And I just have to say that it's been working and I feel healthier than ever. You can use a layout like this not only for your physical health, but also for your mental health. The one you'll see here, it's mainly concentrated on the physical part of my health because I work on my mental health every single day, and therefore I track it every single week. It especially helps that I have a monthly thankful log, something that I highly recommend. with this title, I am done and finished migrating my collection layouts to my new notebook. Or so I thought. So it's too big, and I didn't know what to do, to be honest. It was sort of late, I was tired, and I was trying to figure it out if moving it around a little bit would help. But no, I just didn't like it. So I did as I should, which was just put it aside, went to bed, sleep on it, and the following day, I could try again. Sometimes it's very difficult to let go, but it's what's best for everyone. And so I did. But this time, it was too small. I just couldn't catch a break. Too big, too small. Too big, too small. Too big, too small. Too big, too small. Too big. Oh, yay. Finally got it right. Thank goodness. And you know what? I could have easily deleted this and you wouldn't have to see my mistakes, which, I don't know, is it good, bad? You can let me know in the comments. I just think it's okay to show you that even though with the experience that I have and how I'm trying to dedicate part of my life to this because I'm looking to make a career out of it, we do make mistakes. But we also learn from them. I do learn from my mistakes, and I wanted you to see how, if this ever happens to you, you will learn too, and you will create something beautiful that you will value even more. But sometimes you just need to see things from another perspective and try again. And here I'm just making sure that everything has migrated from my previous notebook. I mean, this in the terms of layouts. Now I need to make sure that the information that's so important from my previous notebook goes to my new one. And here I'm just putting everything that I use on the screen for you to see. Remember that every single thing is listed down below in the description box, and you can always check out my Amazon wishlist. You'll find most of them there. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I really appreciate everything that you do to support me. The likes that you give me, how you share my videos, and of course that you subscribe to my channel. If you aren't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. It helps me a lot and it's completely free for you. In this channel, I share everything that I know regarding art, art materials, supplies, stationery, and of course, the bullet journal method. There's a playlist dedicated to the 101 of bullet journaling. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you very soon. Keep creative, keep safe, and always, always be kind. Bye! Please like and share my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time!